Alright, starting off with the old green Power Wagon. Going up against the new rig I just built. Green Power Wagon weighs 9.3 pounds. Sitting on Proline TSL boggers. Don't remember the compound. They're a 1.9 sized wheel. And it has, I think the tires are 5 something inches tall. 5.2 maybe, I don't remember. Both rigs have digs. Both rigs have Hobby Wing fusions. The green Power Wagon has 3D printed spur gear, so it does have a little bit of a lower gear advantage. It also has the length advantage of about 13-inch wheelbase, whereas the other one is 12.3. Couldn't believe we pulled that off today, especially after it slid down a bit. Here's his competitor. This rig's weighing in at 6.36 pounds, 2.2 size wheel, 5, I can't remember, something inch tall, Proline TSL. I guess you'd call those the Super Swamper pattern, I guess. Very surprised at the way it did on this, because usually if you don't get that driver's side tire on that little ledge better than what I did here, this doesn't happen. As far as belly clearance, I think that if the blue one is a little bit shorter than the green one, I don't think it'll matter because of the wheelbase pretty much makes them the same. As far as skid plate clearance goes, couldn't believe it made that climb like it did. On the rocks. It took a while to get this to all work out. We just worked at it and we got it finally. I knew this line was something that could be done. I was actually, though, very surprised in the ending on how this turned out. Trying to slow it down, then there was just frustration, but it worked out. So both trucks are on full droop setup. The only difference is the blue truck's suspension has no spring internally, so the rear axle is free to go down all at once with no resistance. Whereas the green truck has the springs in the back. They're actually the same kind of shock in the back too. Trying to just go slow, trying to get things to hook up. Man, it's not having it. So when things don't work out your way, you just start getting frustrated. When I got it here, I just knew that I thought we got it. And then anger came out. And then he was stuck. So Green Power Wagon's advantage, it does have a winch, if it does get too western for it. Got it winched up, moving on. The hill climb. So this one, I thought this would really be to advantage of the truck that went first. Because the truck that goes first is going to be able to move the other rocks, it's going to dig ruts. And it did. You can see I kept the panhard bar. I just lowered it down. You can see the silver bracket that lowers it down. That way it can have the lift kit and maintain the steering the way it was. I just put the steering servo on the bottom side to lower it down a little bit. Trying to keep our steering linkage and our panhard bar as level as we can with each other. It's a little off, but it's close. So the blue truck kind of made the way for us. And I noticed hanging towards the wall helped out. I tried to get back over there. I really thought these boggers on there backwards would just hook up and drag it up there, but surprise, surprise. This truck didn't really have a lift kit on it since it's got the big fenders. You can just throw the big tires and a big rock through them, and big fenders, big tires, no lift. Trying on a little bit of downhill control, see how it does. And it really did alright. I had a little bit of not much confidence in it, because you gotta remember, if the rear end does start to go up, there's no internal spring. As you can see, it just drops the rear axle easily. So, whereas this truck, I think with the length and the internal springs, makes you have the delusion of more control. Thanks for watching. Thanks for 1,000.